I know that one issue I've heard over and over again is that people really do not like having to use tape or glue. Is that necessary with the vacuum?
No, tape or glue is never necessary with a vacuum hairpiece. The security of the vacuum fit is all you'll ever need. I know what it's like. I've seen irritated scalps from tape. I've seen it on glue attached directly to their head. It's a real problem, and it's messy. We don't have to use tape or glue.
What about the issue of regrowth? People who might regrow their hair, could they still wear their vacuum?
Carol, that depends on the amount of regrowth. It depends on how much hair they have. If there's a small patch here and a small patch here, and it's thin and it's fine, they can still wear their vacuum hairpiece and achieve a vacuum fit. If they have a full head of hair, that's a different story. They may lose their vacuum. Many of our clients don't have full heads, and they opt to just shave off that hair. It's not doing them any good anyway.
My cousin has to replace her pieces every 6 months. How about the vacuum? How long does that last?
So many hair pieces last 6 months or less. The vacuum hairpiece isn't like that at all. It lasts anywhere from 2 to 4 years, and the average is about 3 years. In order for you to get that kind of a life out of your hairpiece, though, you do have to maintain it properly. It requires weekly washing, daily washing of the interior, and yearly repair process. We have a warranty on our hairpiece of 6 months, and it's a great value for your time and money.
What about shedding? You know, my cousin has terrible problems with the hair in her pieces, that she finds hair all over the house. Is that a problem with the vacuum?
Many hair pieces have a problem with shedding. And you're right, in a very short period of time, hair all over yourself, all over the furniture, all over the floor. But the vacuum hairpiece doesn't shed. After about a year or a year and a half, you will find you'll start to notice some bald areas. And then it has to go back in for repair, where the hair is filled in to the bald areas. And that's normal. This is a normal maintenance repair. But as far as daily shedding, no, you will not find shedding. It's wonderful.
My cousin hasn't had hair for a long time, and she just doesn't know what to do, Peggy. Can you help her along with the process?
Sure, Carol. That's what we do. We are professionals, and we guide people through the ordering process. What's interesting is most of our clients say, I don't know what I want. But the reality is they really do know what they want. So we go through it step by step. And by the time we're finished, we know exactly what they want.
So how do we start the process?
Well, the first thing we do is we would meet with your cousin. And we would talk to her about her hair. If she is totally without hair, it's a go. If she has some hair on her head, we will have to shave it. The next step is we use a transferable pencil. We draw the outside lines of the hair directly on her head. Then we use a plaster. It's a strip plaster. It goes on the head, 3 layers of it. It hardens in a very short period of time, and then we have the mold of her head. It's rigid in a very short period of time. This mold is what is used to make the hairpiece. The first thing the factory does is they fill the mold with a plaster of Paris, and then they create the negative. The next thing that we do is we start discussing the actual manufacturing of the piece. What's it going to look like? What kind of hair? What's her style? I would really recommend that your cousin bring pictures for me. You said she doesn't know what she wants. She does, but she just doesn't know that she can have it. Bring pictures, current pictures, not pictures from a wig book, not old pictures of herself when she was losing her hair. Real current pictures from hairstyling magazines, and we go over them. We determine the color of her hair. Many people don't know what hair color they should have because they haven't had hair in a long time. So we take our color ring, we match skin, we match eyes, and we might even match old photos. We can blend 2, 3, even more colors together to give a very natural look. Then we talk about what length of hair, and that's determined by the style. If they want it long like mine, if they want it short like yours. And that's how we manufacture and order the hairpiece, according to the length. We talk about density, how many hairs per square inch are inserted into the cap so that it looks natural and it doesn't look wiggy. Most wigs look wiggy because there's way too much hair in them. The next thing we talk about is the texture of hair. How coarse. Redheads have coarse hair. Blondes have very fine hair. Then we talk about the curl pattern. Some people, when they had hair, had naturally curly hair. Naturally curly hair in a hairpiece reacts exactly like naturally curly hair when you get into the elements. You get outside, it's raining, and it, boing, it curls up. Most people who had naturally curly hair when it was growing on their head would prefer to have a more relaxed look. Once we've determined all of these, and we've ordered, and the order specifications are written, and the mold is taken, then we're ready to go.
So Peggy, once someone decides to go for it, order the vacuum, how long does it take and what does it cost?
Well, the manufacturing process of a vacuum hairpiece can take anywhere from 4 to 6 months. The first thing we do is we send our mold to the factory. They make a cap. It's what we call our fitting cap. It's not used in the hairpiece. We send it just to make sure that you have a good fit. Let me demonstrate what that's like. The purpose of this fitting cap is to make sure that the outside perimeter lines are correct, that it's even, that it's comfortable, that it's not too low in the back of the neck. We also, at that time, send a sample, approximately this size, of the hair that's going to be used in the manufacturing of the hairpiece. This happens right around the 2-month mark. Once the hair and the fit cap have been approved in writing, then we notify our factory, and that's when they begin the process of injecting the hair into the cap. Approximately 2 months later, a completed hairpiece will be sent to us, unstyled, and we mail it to you. Once again, it's between 4 and 6 months from date of order until it's complete. The cost of a vacuum hairpiece can range anywhere from $3,500 to $4,500, and that depends on the length of hair that's being used. The way it's paid is a deposit, day of order, 50%. The balance is paid before delivery. We ship it to your address, and then you prepare for styling.